Welcome to the Topics of Podcast. We are your three hosts. My name is Zach.
And I am Preston.
I'm Regina.
And thanks for joining us again this week.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, I just don't care about news. I don't care about the media.
Yeah.
Especially Fox News.
Oh, for sure.
And CNN. I used to trust Drudge Report, but now I don't even trust them. Everywhere's kind of just a joke. Because it's all about money and clicks. Nobody really cares about reporting what's actually going on.
It's all clickbait.
Everybody just takes pieces of a story or pieces of what someone says and draws their own narrative and gets people to click on the articles.
Completely out of context 90% of the time.
Like the Jarvis Landry thing with the receiver for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He was being accused of battery against his wife or his partner, I guess. I don't think they're married, but they have a kid, and she released a statement today saying that it was just an argument. We were both yelling, and somebody called the cops. He never hit me in any way. I didn't hit him, so please stop.
Dude, how
writing
embarrassing
a story about it.
is that when you're in the public eye?
I know it's kind of like, new and fresh and everything, but what if like the Chris Pratt thing is that way? Like it never actually happened?
The Chris Pratt thing?
Yeah. Oh, you don't
what
know?
Chris Pratt?
You don't know about it?
No, I've never heard about
Zach.
this.
Gina, go ahead.
Okay, Chris Pratt and Anna Faris are done.
Oh, they're done?
Yep.
They're over?
Yep.
Yeah, so tell him about the rumors, though.
The rumor is that he got with J Law last year while filming the Passengers movie. That sexual tension.
All right, let me. I'll just go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Once he shaped up, I thought he was a little above Anna Faris's pay grade.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, that's like 8 years of family. Like
Park and Rec, Chris Pratt. Yeah,
Totally
sure, that makes
level,
sense.
yeah.
But once Guardian of the Galaxy's Chris Pratt came out,
Everyone's like, "Who's that kid?"
Oh my god!
Now,
The new kid on the neighborhood.
I'm not defending him for jumping ship and cheating on his wife, if that's the case.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I'm just saying that, he kind of grew into this larger.
Comes with the looks.
Yeah,
Like,
he kind of grew into
yeah.
like one of those larger than life stars, and she's always been like down here with Scary Movie and stuff, and now he's like up here working with the Jennifers of the world.
Yeah.
The Jennifer, like a completely separate category.
It is a separate
Yeah, it is.
category.
I mean, it's a big time separate category.
Then, really?
Generally in pay and looks most of the time.
All right.
I mean, you have like your A-list top of the world celebrities. They're always pretty much like the most attractive or the best actors or definitely the richest.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he didn't cheat. That's my hope. I'm gonna hold it in my heart. You don't know. We're never gonna know. But I kind of want them to get together. They'd be so good together.
Wait, you want...
Chris Pratt and J Law together?
Isn't that like a 15, 17-year age gap?
Is it that much?
I think so.
He's 38, I think.
Yeah,
And
she's like
my age.
she's our age. She's like, well, I think she's younger than. She's like 25 or 26.
No,
I
she's
think.
26, I believe.
Yeah, and I know he's in his late 30s now, or
Yeah,
at
he's
least
38.
he's past 35. He's 38. He is.
That doesn't matter in Hollywood. Come on. Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher were together forever.
It's a 12-year difference. So, yeah.
I mean,
J-Law's 26 and he's 38.
Look, if you can make it work, good for you. I just feel like there's still.
They made it work in Passengers.
Okay, well, that's a movie. But
Does that count?
Sure.
Do sleeping years count against your life?
Sleeping years?
Yeah, it
doesn't matter.
They're in
'cause if
suspended
they-
animation, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
You're talking about in the movie.
Yeah.
I never watched the movie, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't know about that. It's okay. It was okay.
I could see it being okay.
It had a really shitty ending. I didn't like the ending at all.
I know, it made me cry.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Oh, that makes me definitely not want to watch it.
Yeah, so,
I mean, it's good, but it's...
you want me to
He
spoil it for
dies,
you?
doesn't he?
Yeah, no, they do.
Spoilers!
Yeah, so they obviously can't go back to sleep, so they just live their lives out together until they die, and they're like,
Oh.
on the ship.
That
and
makes
then
sense.
and then the ship gets to their destination, and then they discover, they lived out this life.
Just them.
Yeah, and spoiler, or twist is that Chris Pratt let her out of her sleep chamber because he was alone.
He was alone.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it was a Dude,
Yeah.
solid play by him. He's like, I'm alone on this ship.
I'm gonna
Let
lock
me just
that ship
pick like
down.
the hottest girl. And so when are they floating towards the sun and he has to do some major heroics? When does that happen?
That's towards
You know
the
what?
end. That's towards
Actually,
the end.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Can't believe I've actually talked about that movie
R.I.P.
willingly
Chris
for
Pratt
like.
and Anna Faris.
Jesus, savage. How
Named Jack.
how would that even happen? Like that son would like he would have to learn how to make his own food. He would have to like.
What the hell are you talking
Wait.
about?
I'm still on about the passengers thing.
Are we
having
still
a
oh,
talking
you're
about
still
the
talking-
movie? I was
yeah.
talking about real life.
No,
I was thinking Anna Faris.
Yeah, they have this
I was
song.
like, I know they're probably never around doing movies, but holy shit, they could hire people.
Oh, you're talking about them having to make their own food for like
In the
50 plus
movie is what
years.
you're talking
yeah.
about.
Like
Yeah.
if they actually
Oh.
had a child there,
Oh,
like
God,
what
yeah.
the? Yeah, exactly.
Well, there was that movie with what's his name? Tom?
Tom Hanks.
No,
Cruise.
Yes.
Cruise. Okay, Tom Cruise, where there's a bunch of him.
Oh,
Live, Die, Repeat.
No,
no, fuck that movie.
no, he lives in like a glass
Fuck that,
house.
what?
I didn't enjoy that movie.
What?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah,
Edge of Tomorrow got
Yeah.
rebranded, which was the dumbest thing
Oh, I
ever.
like Edge of
but
Tomorrow.
It was good.
It was okay.
I liked it.
It was alright.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
I'm so indifferent about Tom Cruise movies. Like, I just, he's the
I've only
same
seen the
person in
recent
every
ones.
movie. He's the
Yeah.
same person in every single movie.
Kind of.
I mean, he's always the star hero who never dies.
Have you ever seen Jack Reacher?
Yes.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
you
it.
and you think he plays like the same role as like MI
Which was
Mission
what,
Impossible?
what was the one where he like met the alien thing? He was like,
That's the movie I'm talking about, I think. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
What was that other movie that he did? That
Oblivion.
Yeah, Oblivion.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
yeah.
I enjoyed Oblivion.
Because there were so many of him, and he had that wife
Yeah,
in each one, I think.
yeah.
And he ended up having a kid with that one lady.
You could say the best part.
How did they survive?
I don't know.
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
Wow.
Zach. It's-
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, dude.
Emily, what's her name?
Radajowski?
Yeah, her. She's
Or
in
whatever
it.
the...
Yeah, she jumps
Oh,
in the pool.
that
Wait,
no talent...
Wait,
chick
who
is-
else? What
That's
else is she
the
in?
only reason she's in that movie.
I
Is so
think-
she
is
could
that
jump
her?
in there.
What
and
else
do-
is she in?
Well, she was in the Robin Thicke video.
Yeah, that's
With,
Uh,
and like,
Blurred
you know,
Lines.
Yeah, like, you know, they also had the explicit version where none of the girls are
Am I
wearing
thinking of
tops
a
and they're all
different
showing their
girl?
tits.
Whoa, was that a thing?
Yeah, you didn't see that video?
No, I didn't see that video.
They have two versions. They have the edited version
All
for
right.
like safe for work, and then I mean, it's still not that safe
Questionable for work?
Questionable for work.
I had
But-
the wrong girl. Different girl in the movie.
yeah, but then
jeez.
they have the explicit version,
Yeah.
where it's just like the girls aren't wearing tops.
Okay.
Yeah, they're shaking around.
She's got nice boobs, but I mean
Mm-hmm.
but I mean like that's probably. I shouldn't say that. I was going to say that's probably all she has going for her, but I shouldn't say that because I don't know anything about that girl.
I mean,
She's
she's got a
probably
red
like
hair.
she's probably like a PhD in some like crazy shit.
I hope so.
She does
I hope
it.
so.
She doesn't-
She's one of those tabloid girls.
Oh, yeah?
I Snapchat stories.
Oh,
They tell
jeez.
me things.
Oh my
Snapchat.
gosh.
She's a
stories.
model.
Wait,
I know
okay,
she's a
so-
model.
She's a model.
Is she one of the? She's also one of those models that gets like paid by advertisers for her Instagram, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Like
wait.
she'll like advertise like a Gatorade bottle like during her
So,
workout or something.
I think
get
she's
paid
part
for
of
it.
Taylor Swift's crew too, if I'm wrong, or she hangs out with the same people that hang out with Taylor Swift.
T
They have,
Swift
like,
has a very
they have like
weird
a crew. Yeah.
because it's like her who you think of as some like innocent, Southern girl from Nashville, and then she's hanging out with like Miley and the
Well,
fashion
not really
models
anymore.
and
I don't even know
whatever.
why I know this.
So
Right? Didn't T Swift hang out with Miley, or am I imagining that?
Probably
hanging
like
out
one
with-
event.
Okay.
I would not
I don't
condone
know.
that.
Okay,
That's not good
okay,
at
okay.
all.
So hold on, rewind it back. So I've only ever seen the video that went viral of that guy freaking out at the security guard, calling him "you or nothing." What was that? At the YouTube convention or whatever? And he
To
was
who?
apparently an Instagram model. So he was an Instagram model, and he was not being let in at one of the doors. So he went off on one of the security guards, basically calling him nothing, and he was like, "Do you know who I am? I have this many followers, and this is my name, and I'm famous." Blah blah blah. So, explain this Instagram modeling thing to me. So you have people on there that get sponsorships based on their followers.
I mean, you've got it
Good-looking-
nailed down.
Yeah, you
That's
got
it.
it. Like good-looking people, generally good-looking people who have lots of followers, get paid by advertisers and companies to show off their product or
That's
like feature it
crazy.
in an Instagram.
That's weird
crazy.
to hear a guy. I mean, I'm sure there's guy Instagram models.
Yeah,
but
they're
it's
probably just
mostly
like
women.
underwear or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, it's mostly women.
I tell you, dude, the social media just took life to a whole different level.
Oh yeah, remember that girl at the con that we went to, the anime convention con,
Oh,
2017?
Oh, yeah.
We
How was
were
she-
in line and we were at the front of the line, and then she cut me the last 5 minutes just because she was press.
Press with like how many
Yeah.
followers or does she have?
I don't remember.
we looked her up on Twitch.
It
and
wasn't
we
that
found out her
much.
name. Yeah.
I mean, it was. Was it like around? Oh, I think it was over 100, right?
Yeah.
It was at least over 100.
It was stupid.
Was it
Yeah.
closer to 500? Maybe.
Maybe. I think it was a little over 500.
I
but
feel
she
like it
didn't
was
even
because
tell
I
me
was.
why she cut us. I was like, "What's going on here?" She's like, "I'm
Yeah.
press."
Yeah, no, fuck that dude.
And then I looked her up and I was like, "You're a bitch."
Yeah.
Yeah. Press.
And
I'm pressed.
and she was like one of those like cam whores too, like the ones that wear
Yeah.
like the revealing clothing.
Oh, she was a cam whore.
Yeah, like she was like the ones that wear like like crop tops and like drop.
So
V's.
she's like not
show
even like a.
cleavage.
She wasn't even really like a reporter or like did any cover stories. She was just a cam girl on Twitch who said, "Hey, I have 500 followers.
She
Give
was
me a
a
press pass."
Yeah, she was an internet personality.
What grinds my gears is that
Alright,
she
Peter
was
Griffin.
in front of us, said she was press in the. I think it was like a Dragon Ball Z panel or something that
Yeah.
we went into. She didn't take any notes. She didn't take any pictures. What was she doing there?
Yeah.
Getting a free press
That's
pass.
stupid.
I don't
She
think
was
they're
free.
free.
anything.
Okay, I'm trying to
I was
remember
watching her.
the girl that I remember cutting us. Are you sure she was a cam girl?
Not like an inappropriate one.
Well, yeah.
But like she was
a
one of
Twitch.
the. Yeah, she was one of those Twitch
Was
girls.
she really?
Yeah, that wears like a low cut shirt so you can see their cleavage
Her?
and get donations.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
thinking of the wrong girl?
No.
No
Zach,
offense
are
to
you
you, honey,
thinking-
if you actually happen to listen to this, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, she had VODs. Like,
Zach, are you thinking about that weird girl that tried
No,
cutting us a line earlier?
no. She's. Don't worry, I definitely know she's not a Twitch cam girl.
listen, there are few things in the world that piss me off more than people who cut in line at conventions. Like,
Oh, like the girl who Gina put in
oh my
place at
god, it triggers me.
I forgot.
Oh,
the
about
entrance to the exhibit hall.
oh my god.
Ooh, I was out getting lunch. Yeah, for like what, an hour and a fucking half. No,
Yeah.
you weren't.
Yeah, dude, fuck that.
Literally just showed up.
Yeah, like you have your friends wait in line the entire time. You go do something else, and at the last minute, you come join the line when it starts moving. No.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't even know her friends were there. She
Yeah.
just saw them,
Yeah.
happened to see them, and then stood in line with them.
Yeah, and her
Didn't even
friends
look
didn't
back.
even. Her friends didn't even back her up when you called
No,
her out. They just
'cause they
stayed
knew
silent.
that they were in the wrong.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
Sorry, that that made me mad.
No, dude. That you just don't do that. So it's because we waited in that line for like what 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We were there a while.
good 2 hours. Yeah.
No, dude.
I'm just glad Gina went ahead and did it because I was, me being me, I'm always like the least confrontational person
Passive.
ever. I'm so
Yeah.
passive.
Well, I am too,
And-
but I was like,
Yeah,
this is
I know
not
you were
flying.
super triggered by it. I was rooting for you because I was originally holding you back. I was like, just let it go, Gina. And you're like, no, I'm not going to let it go this time. I'm like,
Not this
oh,
time.
whoa.
No,
Not this
The
time. I'm putting my
line
foot
has
down.
been crossed.
To
Oh, shit.
clarify, we were waiting 2 hours for to get into the convention room.
The merch room.
exhibit
Merch
hall,
room.
merch
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, usually takes quite a bit.
Yeah, because they let all the VIP members in first, give them a couple hours, and then they like count everyone in the first time to make sure they don't go.
And let
over
me
fire
just say
codes.
this about Acon staff and planning in general. That's fine if you want to let the VIP crew in for 2 hours early.
Yeah.
But don't tell everyone to show up at 11 if they're actually not going to even think about opening the doors until like 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little Because, like, I was hoping that us showing up on time would mean that we could just walk in behind everyone. You know, because, like, usually the big line to get in is all done 15, 20 minutes after the doors actually open because they filter everyone in. And then you could just kind of walk in.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, this year it wasn't like that. They were just pushed back and back and back and back.
And then all the people that were too busy sitting and leaning against the walls instead of moving with the line. Oh, my God.
That's how traffic happens.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people, dude. Those are, like, the same people who can't drive.
I will say, though, that convention center
It's true.
beats George R. Brown for sure. Like, in terms of layout, in terms of, like, ease of access, everything. Like, it was all super condensed. We knew where everything was. Like, it was great. I didn't feel overwhelmed by it at all.
You know, I really want to go to Missouri again next year if possible, at least for a day.
Yeah, like
It's
a Saturday or something.
Yeah, just to
buy a
try
day
it,
pass,
just to
'cause
see.
We're just going there for the merch anyways.
I mean,
let's be honest.
most definitely, but I also just want to see how they're doing, if they've changed anything. Because the first time they had it in George R. Brown,
Yeah.
it was not good.
No.
It was bad,
It
and
was
everybody
chaos.
was canceling panels left and right.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's why I stopped going.
unprofessional.
That's why I stopped going, because it just got to the point where, like, every panel that we wanted to go to was either pushed back 2 hours or canceled because either A, the person didn't know where they were going, or they just didn't show up.
Yep.
And the thing is like, Matsuri has become much less of anime. It's more about Japanese culture, which is great, but you can't advertise that as an anime festival when it's not.
Right.
I mean, it's not.
And I hope that Akon doesn't go down the same path.
I agree. That's what Akon is pure, is that, you know, whenever you go, there's always panels for animes.
I just wish that during the nighttime they had rooms where you could watch anime.
Yeah, I would love to just sit down and just watch a random anime.
When you went home sick, Zach and I walked around and we didn't find any rooms.
Really?
There's like these two weird guys rapping on the bottom floor.
That was really weird,
It was
man.
super cringe.
Yo, I still think the best moment I've ever had at Akon was that steampunk dance.
We were
You think
only
the
in there for
steampunk-
10 minutes.
That
Seriously,
was
dude, we weren't there
funny.
at all.
That was so funny. It was, oh my god, it was so...
It was only funny because we thought we were walking into like a DJ dance or something, and then it's just the steampunk crew. Nothing against steampunk people, but it was like the weirdest, laziest, like,
They had
I'm
like a
on
blow up
X right
Big
now
Ben
dancing or
clock
something.
or something, right? Didn't they have a blow up Big Ben?
I forgot
Yeah,
about
they did.
that.
They had
yeah.
the blow up Big Ben.
Yeah.
They had the very, very weird Irish band on stage or something.
No,
Yeah.
did they have a rave this year, or did we just not go?
We didn't go.
We didn't go.
Oh.
They had
We
a
were
couple
sick.
of DJ shows, but it wasn't anything big because they only had them. It wasn't like it lasted for 4 hours like it
Yeah.
did the year before.
It only
okay.
lasted for an hour. The program
Yeah.
showed it started at 11 to 12, or like 10 to 11, or something weird.
That's the only thing about not having it in the hotel. Because in the hotel, they could just go, pretty late, and they didn't have to worry about having to shut the convention center down at the right time or anything.
Yeah, because it's all technically in the same building.
Right. We'll see. Maybe they'll improve upon it a little bit at the convention center.
Yeah, you definitely want to do hotel next year, though.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Because I just want to walk across the street to the convention center. Like, Ubering in was not that bad, but the luxury of being able to just take a break when there's really nothing going on that you want to go to, and just chill in the room.
Take a nap.
Yeah, because we're old.
Yeah.
Rigged wrecked.
Because we went to painting our Dungeon and Dragons
Yo.
figures was our solace.
That, hands down.
We did
Hands
it
down.
twice. It was so fun.
Oh, it was so
It
good.
was fun. It was a ton of fun.
It was so good. I was telling Gina the other day, like, that was probably one of my most rewarding experiences that I've had, like, at a festival or a convention. Like, it was so, I don't know, it was just so relaxing in the midst of everything.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. With everything that was going on.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed the little girl though, the little pop star.
I know. That
Oh
was so
my
good.
gosh, she was actually really good.
She
She was
spoke
adorable.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was great.
Oh my god.
And I'm not being weird. Like she was older. Like she was in her 20s.
Oh, okay.
But she was just, you know.
The kids.
Yeah.
Loved
Yeah.
her.
The kids loved her.
A lot of boys or?
No. Like young kids.
Oh, okay.
Like there were families outside watching her and stuff.
Ah.
And then there was a group of really weird guys next to us that were like throwing their fries and like pretending to smoke them. And
I didn't see that at
Represent.
yeah, they were really weird. I think they were just either drunk or really high on something. I don't know.
Okay.
all. I mean, they were dancing to everything.
Yeah. Oh, and then the people after her, what was it? The dancers that did
the Macarena.
they might as well have.
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean
was
they said that's how you dance in the clubs.
Yeah,
in
and like
Japan or
Japanese
something.
clubs or something.
What?
And I'm like,
They basically looked like techno goths without the get up.
Ooh,
That's how they
a
were
good way.
dancing.
Yeah.
Dude, that funeral techno goth song is
Yeah,
the best.
reference to episode 1.
Yeah, it's so good though.
I can't believe it took you so long to realize to record the performances. You didn't get the cool idol girl.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I don't think I did get cool idol girl.
Oh, was that like out in the like courtyard thing?
Yeah, I was out in the courtyard.
Because there was
Yeah.
a bunch of footage, but I don't think I saw that.
No, that was after she left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
I
when
didn't even know
started
that was
recording.
going on.
Yeah, I didn't either.
outside.
But that's why we'll be more focused on recording stuff and documenting next year. Wait, are y'all watching Iron Fist?
No, she's watching Iron Fist.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
am. And I
How-
watched episode 1 when it first came out and I was, man, this show sucks. And then I broke down and I started watching it this week. Because The Defenders is coming out and I want to know who he is and what he's about.
Oh, okay.
I have to catch up. I mean,
I'm always a sucker for that kind of stuff, like especially the kung fu or martial arts
Yeah.
stuff. And
it gets better.
I tried watching it. I made it to probably about where you are right now.
Really?
Yeah. Have you gotten to the part where he like fights the 2 Russian brothers or whatever?
Yeah. That was like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, I got like 1 episode past that when he completes the trial of them or whatever.
Huh.
I dropped it after that.
I know, it's a little weird,
Yeah.
but I want to know because
Oh, it's not weird. It's
I'm a
just bad.
completionist. I have to watch this before I see The Defenders, and then I have to watch the last episode of. We didn't finish that one show.
The one with the black guy.
We had the black guy,
Nice.
Luke
What?
Cage.
Luke Cage.
Okay.
We still have 1 episode left,
Yeah.
and it's been like a year.
I can't get into any of that.
Did you watch Daredevil?
Oh, hell no.
Really?
Yeah, no way.
It was great.
Oh, then of course you wouldn't like this.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Jessica
not
Jones?
about it.
Did you watch Jessica Jones?
No.
Oh
My dad watched like all that. He went through like a Netflix
Binge face.
extravaganza where he just binged anything and
Oh
everything
my
on
gosh.
Netflix.
That's so random.
Trying
Yeah.
to tell me what's good and what's not. And he's just like, sure, Dad. All right, sounds good.
I've seen 90% of what you're telling me already. That's
Let me add
enough.
this to
Actually,
your
I
list,
hadn't.
son.
He
Really?
watches way more Netflix than I do, actually.
Oh, damn.
What?
Like, way more. In fact, I need to start making him pay for it. Why the hell am I paying
You
for
might
it?
as well just put his card on it. He'll never know.
Probably not. I should. Just leave everything the same, but change the billing to his card.
Yeah, like all of my friends have my HBO stuff so they can use it. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
I've forgotten who has it at this point.
Even though I didn't need it, because I spoiled myself.
What?
Watching I was like the Bran Stark meme, which dude, I'm so glad that's a meme now.
Which
it's
one?
my favorite thing. The you looked beautiful tonight. Like,
Oh
like
my
someone was
God,
making
yeah.
the joke saying like, yeah, John's
Jeez.
fixing to bring a girl home, but instead of meeting Dad, he's gonna meet Bran. And be like, he's like write a letter to him, and the Raven like, P.S. Tell Daenerys she looked beautiful the night she was raped by Khal Drogo.
Oh, well, I mean, okay. Well, then that's a perfect transition into this week's podcast.
Weekly Game of Thrones.
Yeah, weekly Game
Yeah,
of
we're gonna
Thrones.
talk about Game of Thrones.
Oh boy,
Favorite scene or moment in the last episode of Game of Thrones?
sword fight.
Oh, you
Ooh,
took
with
mine.
Arya?
You took mine.
Mm.
It's so good. I watched it like
I
3 times.
the battle is too obvious. There's so many moments to pick out from, so I'm gonna go with Bran and Littlefinger, where Littlefinger's just talking, and then Bran's like, "Chaos is a ladder, Where the fuck did that come
That
from?
scene was so fucking creepy,
the
though.
Littlefinger's so shook. I love the... Who's that guy that does, like, the captions to all the scenes?
Oh, I don't know the Reddit username.
Something Christ or whatever.
He's so good, though.
I loved his captions with that scene between Bran and Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Like, Littlefinger hands him the dagger, and Bran's like, "Oh, you brought a dagger to a creep fight."
That's awesome.
But yeah, I loved that. Just in the middle, like, oh, it's such a shame you came back at a time where there's such chaos as a ladder, and you're just like,
I'm out of here.
Yeah, let me just go see what your sister's doing.
Oh my god.
Well, that's his whole that's how he lives his life.
Well,
that's his
the
philosophical
the purpose of that statement, though, right?
Oh yeah, him and Varys a
Yeah,
while
yeah.
back, and he even said that's like
Yeah,
his code.
It was only him and Varys in the room, and he said that directly to Varys. That's why he's like, he's shook when Bran just blurts that
dude.
out.
I didn't
He
even
got
think about
shook
that.
a lot.
That's like
He is so
chills.
shook. And then he's watching Arya spar Brienne, and he's like, "God damn it, I am so fucked."
Why do you think they had that reaction, him and Sansa? I think they had it for different reasons.
He's shook because he's like, these Stark kids are literally going to be the death of me. And Sansa, because, well, my brother, my half brother, which really her cousin, is King of the North now, and he came back from the dead. My younger real brother is like an all-seeing warg who can just like jump into the tree network and go and see the past and the future and get cool visions. And my little sister is a badass assassin, and here I am just plain old Sansa hanging out. If that really is what she's thinking, she needs to step back and realize that while she might not have like amazing fighting skills or like, special magical powers, she is easily the one out of all four that's most adept at politics because of like learning under Cersei and Littlefinger and even like
She grew
Tyrion
up.
and all. Yeah, she grew up in the middle of it, so she knows how to play the game.
She wanted to marry like a prince. She wanted to be like a wife. Like she wanted to be like the homemaker queen. Like she didn't want anything to do with like war or anything. She was just like a pretty princess. And now that she's grown up, and I think she's better for it, but she doesn't realize it.
Is there anything in the books about like her relationships or anything like that? Like after Joffrey?
What do you mean?
No,
Sansa?
She really wanted to get with Joffrey when she was younger. Like she was so excited, but she was so naive. I hated Sansa. I still hate Sansa. I still hate Sansa in the books because she just, I don't know. She learned the hard way.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not a book reader, but I heard and was under the impression that the girl in the books who is actually in Winterfell right now, right? I mean, she's
not in Winterfell right now.
Sansa Stark is not like Sansa because she's being impersonated by someone right now. Is my understanding.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Like
yeah,
it's a fake Sansa Stark.
He got her to impersonate Sansa, gave her to Cersei, if I remember correctly. Like they dyed her hair and everything. And Littlefinger, they all made a huge plan of it so that the real Sansa can stay at the Eyrie.
Yeah. She's
and
at
then
the
her
Eyrie.
hair, she has to keep dyeing her hair brown.
Yeah. Because she's impersonating a Tully.
Yeah,
right?
and only like a few people know who she is, I think. I can't remember. It's been a couple years. But yeah, it's weird. She's in a weird place because she's getting ready to marry that little kid. Like, that's what she's preparing for.
Yeah, because I remember
like,
reading
to take
that,
care of him.
Yeah, I remember reading that basically what the show has done is they've merged those two characters together to make it where there's no fake Sansa, and that she's just going... The real Sansa is just going through the arc and plot that the fake Sansa is going through in the books.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
So everything that happens to Sansa in the show happened to the fake one in the books?
Like, I'm pretty sure the one that gets...
Yeah, but she marries Ramsay.
Yeah, the fake one marries Ramsay.
And Ramsay has no idea.
So Ramsey, the girl that gets raped in the books is not Sansa. It's the fake
Fake
girl.
Sansa.
Oh my
Gosh,
God.
what was her name?
I don't know.
Huh.
Fake Sansa. That's her name.
Fanza.
Fansa.
Fansa.
That's right.
Afanta.
I did not know that.
Man, I want to reread them. I feel like before the last season of Game of Thrones comes out, I'm going to read everything or listen to it.
So what did you think of John's artistic skills that were on display in the cave?
God, was I the only one that... I mean, obviously not Reddit. Everyone's making fun of it. But when I watched it, I was like, who drew these things?
It was awfully convenient that
Right?
everything that he was describing was right there in front
But
of him.
he had an explanation for everything.
Oh, yeah,
She's like,
yeah.
"Well, what's this? Oh, no, blah, 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 blah. Well, what's this? And he had an explanation. It was weird.
He didn't draw them.
I know he didn't. but
I know, but it's funny.
it just seemed like he was showing off his work.
So I've
Like a
been
little
doing a
kid.
lot of reading on theories about the symbol that's around like the God's Eye, the tree or whatever, and they have like the 7 spirals that come off of it.
Right.
So 7 spirals, 7 gods.
Yeah.
There was something that happened with the Children of the Forest that was connected to the gods somehow, where they started fighting against the first men.
Right. I
Right?
remember
Wasn't
that.
it? They were fighting against the first men, and that's how they created the Night King.
Right.
So I'm wondering if in that ritual of the gods that they did, because when they created him, they put him on the tree in the center of the 7 spirals.
Right.
So I'm wondering if him being created was an affront against the gods, or the gods viewed it as an affront to them and their power.
Interesting.
So they're now using the Night King to exact revenge on the mortal plane for abusing their power.
That's interesting. I could see that.
So, like, that's why the Night King is so obsessed with... Not only is he obsessed with just wiping out people and getting his own revenge, but it also goes hand in hand with the gods, because they're like, hey, you used this ritual to create him, and you borrowed our power to do it. This is going to backfire on you because that pissed us off.
Well, now he's creating his own army out of the people that ended up dying.
Right.
Which is just... God, there's so many people.
And then I'm wondering if the Lord of Light is not one of the 7. Very well, he could be.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if he's not one of the 7, and that's why he's helping fight against the Night King.
Interesting.
So I don't know. There's people out there who have way better theories than that, and I'd recommend going and reading them because it's all really interesting when it gets to the heart of it.
Yeah.
But the gods definitely have something to do with it, and we just don't know what it is
And there's
yet.
the faceless god.
The many-faced god.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're all part of the 7. Does anybody know?
That's the thing is that
'Cause, I mean,
of those gods,
There's the
Do we know-
iron one too. I forgot
do we
the name of
know who the 7 gods are?
That I don't know. I've always just heard them referred as the 7, so
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Exactly.
it could very well be like the Lord of Light, the Drowned God, the Many-Faced God.
that. It is. Yeah, I can't remember them all.
And then I wonder if a Game of Thrones is not referring to people fighting, but I wonder if it's referring to the gods who are choosing their own champions, who are using the mortal plane to settle dispute on the higher realms, and that's what the actual Game of Thrones is. They're trying to decide which god is the most deserving to lead them all.
Oh yeah.
So they all have their own champion.
That's like their own Game of Thrones.
Exactly, that's
In
what I'm
the
saying.
heavens.
It's like a Hunger Games style.
Yeah, so the father, the mother, the maiden, the crone, the warrior, the smith, and the stranger. So those are the effigies of the 7. But that still doesn't
But
mean...
they have different names.
Yeah, because see, that you can call them that, but that still doesn't mean to me that, for instance, the warrior couldn't be like, the Lord of Light, for instance.
Or the drowned one.
Yeah, or the drowned god.
I'm excited to see where the season goes because if it's anything like what you've read it's going to be, I'm kind of anxious, but at the same time, like the hype is unreal. So I'm going to drive the topic away from here for a second.
Go for it. Speak whatever's on your mind, dude.
So this is something that I have experience with firsthand from way back in the day, but this week, did you guys see the article about how World of Warcraft video game currency is worth more than Venezuelan money now?
Yep, I did see that.
Isn't Venezuela the one that's going in that,
The big time economic crisis. Yeah.
Didn't they have, like, a riot?
Yeah, they're like overthrowing their
Or
government.
overthrowing? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They staged a coup and everything.
I'm sure that contributes to their currency.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But, I don't know, like, that's crazy to think about. Because, like, I mean, back in the day, the only way you got gold was either from farming or you bought it. And if you bought it, it was expensive. And now they've essentially made buying gold legal because you can buy the in-game token for time for $15. And depending on what server you are, you can sell that for gold. So you can literally farm in-game gold and then buy time for World of Warcraft, and you never have to pay for it ever again. Which is smart, because for, like, let's say that I wanted to get back into WoW, I could spend $15, get 60,000 gold or whatever, and then now I have a bank that I can, do enchants with or do whatever, It's crazy. Like, they've essentially eliminated gold farming altogether. It's nuts. And incredibly smart.
Would you ever get back into WoW?
I mean, I say that I'd like to, but every time that I do, I play for a couple weeks, and then I'm just like, this is why I don't want to play anymore.
What is it about it that makes you not want to play anymore specifically?
Because I feel like the only time that I'll get enjoyment out of the game is raiding. Like, and I don't want to dedicate the time I don't want to dedicate the time it takes to get there, because I know that it's such a long, drawn-out process.
That's my biggest problem with every MMO ever.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite part of it is just, like, ganging up with friends and doing the boss fights.
Yeah, dancing in the town center.
Yeah, and it's like...
that's my favorite part.
When you can do... Well, you could do, like, in WoW, you can do 5-man groups, 10-man groups, or 25-man groups. But, like, to me, like, I used to love running 5-man dungeons. Just get 5 of your friends together, hang out in a voice chat together for like 30 minutes and do a couple dungeons, like that was so fun for me.
Yeah, but it's like a second job.
Yeah, exactly. But when you get into raiding, like then like you have to worry about making sure, everything is gemmed and enchanted correctly. Spending hours in front of a test dummy to make sure your rotation is perfect, because it's all about the exact damage that you do when you're supposed to be able to do it. And so like it's fun, but it's super stressful, and it's not as rewarding for me, and I get very mundane after a while, and I don't enjoy it.
What do you think it is about games lately that... I know, me speaking from personal experience with Overwatch, when Overwatch first came out, I was like, I'm never going to get tired of this game. This game's awesome. And just the latest... I don't know about the latest patch, but... when it switched over to like dive meta, where it's nothing but Diva Winston in every single game, it kind of just turned me off.
Well, because you're losing every single round. And it's tiring after a while. I
think the worst thing that can happen to a game like that is when you're shoehorned into playing certain characters if you want to even have fun playing the game. Because what's the point of having a character roster if you pretty much have to choose these certain characters, or you definitely lose?
And then you get yelled at.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much lose every game if you don't have a Lucio. Like, that's the way it is right now. And
It's so boring to me, though.
Yeah, and like some people love playing him, but like he doesn't fit with my playstyle. I like to stand back, or if I'm Mercy, like I'll hide behind a corner or something. But like, I don't know. I'm like you, Zach. I don't really enjoy the Overwatch meta right now. Like I'm down to play every now and then, but I'm not at a point where I'm enjoying it or I'm excited to play it as I used to be.
I just wonder, and I don't want to sound like an old man here, but I just wonder if our age also happens to play into it, because I think, just thinking about it personally, games don't impress me anymore.
No.
Because I feel like I've been there, done that, seen it all.
Well, and you almost expect a certain thing whenever you get a new game at this point. I mean, at this point, you know how the story ends. You know what it looks like. You've seen a trailer. You've gotten all the hype at this point. There's no mystery anymore.
It's part of the routine.
Yeah, and it's not, and that's not healthy, I don't think, for the games industry as a whole.
Zach, what happened to Final Fantasy Online?
Oh, Final Fantasy 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean playing online?
Yeah, you don't play anymore. You were playing every night.
Nobody will play with me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to end up having to pay monthly for a game.
I feel you.
I find that crazy to me.
I feel you. I really do.
Yeah.
Overwatch spoiled us.
Oh, it did 100%. But like, I mean, if it's the same way with Destiny. If Destiny goes that route, I will be pretty disappointed. But they haven't mentioned anything of it, so I highly doubt it.
My thing is, games like MMOs, they do make so much money off of God, what is the word I'm looking for?
Weeds.
Microtransaction.
Oh yeah.
Overwatch too. Not just MMOs, just Overwatch too. I would rather get MMOs where I don't have to pay a monthly subscription. Let me pay $60 for the game, and then just make like costumes and other things like that microtransactions. Because, I mean, I know people will buy that crap.
Well, and I think,
Yep.
and I think a big portion of it too is that like a lot of these game developers are coming up with the excuse of, we need server maintenance and, we need to pay for all this stuff. But the thing is that they're expecting their game to be the greatest selling MMO game of all time. They're not expecting it to be a quarter of what WoW's numbers are. Because they're basing their expectations off of numbers that they can't reach,
Yeah.
And it's like, it's unfair to compare yourself to them, because if you're spending millions of dollars on these servers and expecting people to pay for them, but then you launch the game and it's trash, you've wasted all of your money and they've lost a hit, like,
and then they like rarely ever trust you again.
Exactly right. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like
if WoW would update their graphics and Final Fantasy would update their engine, it'd be awesome.
See, that's the one thing I love about WoW is its combat system. It is perfect.
And I mean, the WoW graphics, they have
so
a
good.
charm to them. They're cartoony.
They do.
It's cool.
They
have
do.
a charm.
You know what you're playing.
Yeah, but I prefer, and I also prefer the more active battle style where I'm having to do. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast or not. I don't think I have, but I think I've talked about it to y'all in just personally and about it. But for example, I was on a big not Blade and Souls. I mean, I played that too, but I was on a big Black Desert train for a while, and I know it's not anything amazing, but I liked having to learn the different combos and string them together and not just press a button to do this ability and press a button to do this other ability. I mean, yes, like each button did a different ability, but the thing was, you used the abilities to string together combos.
I see your point, but my eyes do not move as fast as they used to. So I'm at the point where I enjoy those point and click games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love Diablo now because it's so monotonous and I can just destroy things.
I love Diablo 2 until they told me I had to pay for Necromancer.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, I don't agree with that at all.
No, I agree.
It's just a new class, but WoW does the same thing too. New class, but then you get a whole new area.
Whole new area.
Yeah, but it comes with an expansion. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, every new class that's come out in WoW has come with an expansion.
Diablo 2 was just a new class, right? And new dungeons. That was it.
What do you mean?
That was it.
In this new one?
Yeah.
There's new dungeons, new loot, new class sets, stuff like that. I mean, in a whole new season.
Yeah, but I mean, the season's free anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you can go in and play as any of your other characters, but in order to play the new one, you have to pay $15.
Why does Diablo not let you pay money for cosmetics?
Because, do you remember the auction house?
I was never a Diablo player until recently.
Oh my god. Okay, so when Diablo first launched, they had this auction house that was, if you were lucky and you were good at the game, you could get really lucky by farming the game really fast, getting really good gear, and selling it on the auction house. Now, what made the auction house interesting when it launched was that you could buy the item with in-game gold, or you could spend real-world money on it. So people would find really epic legendary items, sell it for $10,000, and people would buy it.
I mean, you're exaggerating though, right?
No,
He's not.
no.
Are you serious?
I'm not.
Yeah,
People made
it was bad.
People
What
made
person
so
pays
much money.
$10,000 for that.
The person who has the money to want to play that game
Holy
for forever.
crap! I'm not even talking about weapons or like armor. I'm talking about cosmetics purely.
Oh no, this is
You
just
know,
like
like
weapons and
wings and
cosmetics
stuff like that.
Oh no, those usually go for more. Okay, so Gina would know. And WoW, there's a tiger mount called the Spectral Tiger Mount. If you can find it, you could only get it in a trading card game from like 2005. If you could find it, it's easily $800 to $900 for an in-game mount. It's literally a tiger you ride around as a character.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's really pretty.
It is
and
really
that's
pretty.
why.
It looks cool and like it's really neat, but it's expensive. So
You're paying $900 for a digital
yeah.
moving picture, basically.
Something you can't even take with you.
You can't
Yep.
take with you. You can't touch. It's all digital.
That's crazy
That's
to me.
crazy.
You know what? I shouldn't talk because I
But
spent
we're
a
saying we
ton
can't-
of
we
money
can't
on
talk.
skins
Yeah,
and
and League.
stuff
Oh my
for
gosh.
League and
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Oh, for sure.
Microtransactions.
I have not spent $1 on League since I started playing it again, though.
I'm the
proud of
same.
myself for that.
I bought Riot points whenever we first came back to buy a skin for Morgana or something, but like I'm to the point where I just enjoy playing again because it's just all ARAMs and it's all ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And Overwatch is not getting another dime out of me until they fix their fucking game.
Same, yeah. I mean it. Whenever I can log back into a new patch and it feels balanced, and right now from what I've read and what I can gather on the forums is that Doomfist is broken.
He's OP. But you guys might change your mind because tomorrow is the Summer Games and they're coming out for new skins. A new, it's still Lucio Ball, but it's
How much
different.
are the skins?
They've brought them down. So the legendaries that were 3,000 last summer are now 1,000.
Will there be skins that are not just event based only?
What do you mean?
Will there be skins that do not get locked as soon as the event is over?
I mean,
you
that's the
can't
whole point of
purchase
the
them.
event.
Okay.
So they're bringing it back for people who couldn't buy the skins last summer.
Okay. I'm done with that. Like, bring me skins that are not event based. They have not done that since like the first couple months of the game being released. Like, I get that it's not, you don't get as much money from it probably, but I just want to
Yeah,
see.
It's their schedule, though. It's like a rotating.
I know, but I
thing.
want to see a badass skin that doesn't have something to do with Halloween or Christmas or the summer games. You know, just give me something cool that's not event based.
Yeah.
Because event stuff goes out of season all the time.
I know. Give me Diva in a schoolgirl outfit with a little
Fuck
backpack or
yes.
something. Come
Or
on.
if you're gonna do summer games, give me the damn bikinis, dude. Give me the swimsuits.
They did say that Mercy's getting a skin and that we're really gonna like it. So I wonder if
Oh
she's gonna
my
be
God.
like a lifeguard for the Olympics, or if she's gonna be like a like volleyball or something. I don't know.
Oh my
It's
god.
gonna be good.
Sexualize your game, Blizzard. Just do it.
Just do it. You did Witch Mercy.
Bigger
Come on,
butts.
What's holding you back? Yeah.
They already got big enough butts.
Hashtag bigger butts.
They got them.
Widow.
They got them. And on that note, I think we're going to cut it right there for this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter
Yeah.
at Top Pixel Team. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep.
We would appreciate it if you did that.
It's true.
We are also out on SoundCloud, Google, and iTunes.
Yep.
You can just search Top Pixel, catch the podcast. If you don't want to see any gameplay,
I
that's fine.
tried to make it we're available everywhere so people didn't have an
Everywhere.
excuse.
Yeah, we're available all over the place. And then if you want to email us for anything at all, toppixelpodcast@gmail.com.
We're here to party.
Just don't send us porn.
Unless it well, okay. That's okay.
So, bonus next episode, we might have a special where we'll give you an update on Zach's dating life.
Oh yeah, might go down the winding road of a wonderful world. So we'll keep
We'll have
that.
an update for
keep
you
that
guys.
there.
It's coming up
Anyways,
soon.
have a great night, everyone.
I hate everybody. I
Enjoy
hate
your
all of
week,
you.
and thanks for listening. Sayonara.
Bye.
Bye.